Thank you very much. This International Volunteers Day showcases that despite the challenges we face, we can seize the window of opportunity to volunteer ourselves for solutions. That we can volunteer to retool our skills, to do something useful that touches many lives, because we know that scriptures tells us to use whatever gift we have received to serve others. That is what this day means, volunteering for purpose, because a purposeful community or society is achievable. A purposeful Africa is achievable with climate action solutions, but these can only happen with an empowered citizenry that believes in the power of the abilities to use their skills and talents to voluntarily volunteer themselves to turn challenges into opportunities. That's what this day means. We are living in unprecedented times. The COVID-19 pandemic has undoubtedly challenged each and every one of us, ranging to economies and societies globally. From February 2020, Africa, like the rest of the world, has suffered the consequences of COVID-19. Lives and livelihoods have been lost, opportunities have been dashed, but in no place are these losses more real than in people's pockets and kitchen tables. But what has further compounded this is changing climate, which is projected to shrink the economies of the entire African continent by up to about 75%. But the urgency for solutions with all these challenges is at its highest, and many lessons have also accrued in the fight against this COVID-19 pandemic. And one lesson that has come out very clear is the core of value and usefulness, taking responsibility, taking development as a personal responsibility, because when it matters most, it must become personal. Let's face it, in the solutions world where progress resides, usefulness is about youthfulness, and youthfulness is usefulness. That's the only realistic view of the term youth. As we celebrate this International Volunteers Day, we should remember one thing, that the one with eyes is not told to see. If you look at the entire African continent today, if you ask each and every one whether Africa challenges have been solved, the unanimous answer will be no. If you ask those who are responsible to solve these challenges, the unanimous answer will be government. And if you ask the citizens of the entire African continent what their individual responsibility in solving these challenges are, you will likely get deafening silence for an answer. Yet in these challenges lies the opportunity to build globally competitive enterprises and solve challenges and turn challenges into opportunities. We heartily aspire to become something bigger than ourselves, which is touching other people's lives. Make no mistake, having and becoming are very different things. They are founded on totally different foundations. One is founded on envy and greed, while the other is founded on one word: selflessness. So my message to you today is simple. Choose selflessness, because that is the best place for you to be. No matter what you study, at any level, be it at primary or tertiary or high school or university, we all must know that education bestows the bearer a responsibility to become a solution provider. It is in these solutions that money and capital flows, and this journey of solutions is a long and hard one. And that is what many of us sometimes always miss. Ask yourself this question. For those today who are searching for jobs, who do you think is expected to create these jobs? And for those who are already in jobs, what are you doing to be able to create an environment in which people can see that they can volunteer themselves to turn challenge into opportunity? And this comes down to an urgent need for a paradigm shift in mindset and attitude. An attitude and mindset that gravitates towards the following. One, challenges represent opportunities for you to seize. But you must be able to volunteer yourself to retool your skills, because these challenges, they represent an opportunity for you to show your relevance as a human being. Because life is not a celebration, as we have been conditioned to think and expect, but rather life is a responsibility to offer solutions that touch many lives. Take it upon yourself to volunteer yourself and cultivate an attitude to solve problems, and volunteer to learn, volunteer to build your skills. Take every opportunity to retool your skill and leverage the widely and freely available knowledge on the internet to train yourself and many other youth to join you in the solutions process as you help reduce the amount of challenges we see, whether you're turning plastic waste into opportunities, turning waste to briquettes, the list goes on. That takes me to my second point, which is you must offer value and not only complaints and blame game. The entitlement mentality disempowers us from thinking solutions. It perpetuates dependency. Africa's progress cannot be solved through blame game and complaining. And the only qualifier of this value that we must bring is our ability in solving problems, turning them to opportunities. That takes me to my third point, which is passion. I call passion the new currency of now. It is the fuel that moves ideas into real life solutions. It is what keeps one going. This is what passion is about. It ignites that inner thing inside us to achieve a cause that is bigger than each and every one of us. Passion is ignited in everyone, in anyone. See him or her doing something to touch lives, to benefit others, not only themselves. This is the path to take. And that's what innovative volunteerism is all about. Don't live for yourself alone. Look for a cause that exceeds yourself, and it will help to not only refine your character, but fire up your passion, which is the only currency for success. That takes me to my last point. Become a transformational values-based leader. A keen look at history gives us the answer of what transformational values-based leadership is all about. In the mid-40s to the early 60s, as the clamor for self-determined role reached fever pitch in the African continent, there arose self-determined appointed men and women who espoused boldness, unshakable unity, dedication, selflessness, and fidelity to a struggle to liberate their people. A task which was their own unborrowed vision, a calling they had to execute. They did it not for themselves, but for their countries and continent. These independent heroes and heroines joined ideologically in the struggle by timeless values of selflessness and character of humility. Never for a second postpone this call in lack of material or in pursuit of material gain. They champion this with what they have. And that is what we need today. It is this values-based leadership premise on selflessness to touch many lives with what each and every one of us have got that we need to pursue, to volunteer ourselves, to retool our skills, to turn challenges to opportunity. This is what we all need to become, values-based leaders, retooling your skills to devise solutions. And this is the core and heart of innovative volunteerism. Structural guidance to willing youth, to adapt their skills, to start turning challenges into opportunities, leveraging on affordable climate action solutions. This is the letter and spirit of innovative volunteerism. With innovative volunteerism, we can turn agricultural waste to wealth by making fuel briquette so that our mothers no longer feel the stink of charcoal and firewood smoke in their eyes and chests. With innovative volunteerism, every challenge is a disguised opportunity. Let us embrace innovative volunteerism to turn challenges to opportunities. This is what this day, with the team together, we can, through volunteering means, go forth. And together, we can, through innovative volunteerism, change Africa and the world. Yes, it's possible.